In March 2023, Royal Australian College of General Practitioners recognized doctor with MRCGP International to be considered partially comparable specialists through Practice Experience Program or PEP. It means that overseas doctors with MRCGP can now work as a GP here in Australia without any part of the AMC exam. Also, you will directly enter the GP training pathway leading to the full fellowship of Australian College of General Practitioners. Plus, during the training, you will be paid exactly the same salary, similar to a fully qualified Australian general practitioner. That is the salary of between 250 to 350,000 Australian dollars per annum. And listen to this, there are plenty of jobs to fulfill that criteria. The visa will be fast-tracked for you and your family, and in some cases, you will even be paid the relocation and sign-up bonuses from your country. Selected family medicine programs from Sri Lanka, Philippines, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Netherlands, and US have already been in partially comparable lists since early to mid-2020. Now, all these family medicine programs are recognized to address the ongoing shortages in the regional and rural Australia. This year, in February 2023, Australian government also announced International Medical Graduate Recruitment Scheme to have the foreign doctors recruited as smoothly as possible. So in this video, I will be talking about Practice Experience Pathway, key steps of MRCGP recognition, eligibility and comparability, job offer, medical registration, program and supervisor agreements, assessment during the program, GP fellowship exam, total cost of the program, and then I'll give you my final recommendation based on all of these factors. Now, you may think this pathway is difficult, but trust me, with right guidance and all of the paperwork can be completed easily without any frustration. I have a dedicated team of Australian professional doctors, and we can help you complete your application. All the documentation in right terminologies with professional wordings, and we will also proofread your application before the final submission to ensure that you have the best chance to be accepted. Not only that, we'll also help you find the right job in the GP practice so the entire process goes on smoothly. Please email me info@emergencyfocus.net or visit www.emergencyfocus.net/career guidance. So without any further delay, let's jump right into it. Practice Experience Program or PEP. As the name suggests, you will be working and training whilst working as a GP. Now let's take a moment to understand the meaning of the partial comparability and concept of Practice Experience Program or PEP. There are two streams of PEP. A specialist stream, which number one, substantially comparable. These are fully qualified GPs with extensive 3+ years of work in countries like New Zealand, Canada, UK, Ireland, Spain, Sweden, Malta, Hong Kong, and Malaysia. Number two, partially comparable. That is fully qualified MRCGP, that is you, from Pakistan, India, Middle East, and any other country who have been trained and working in their own countries and are still working there and may have at least of 3+ years of GP experience in full-time capacity. There are also family programs from Sri Lanka, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, USA, which are included as partially comparable standard stream. For the doctors or IMGs already working in general practice but do not have specialist qualification, or the doctors whose specialist qualifications are not considered comparable, a standard stream is available. This will provide educational support to the doctors to help these doctors prepare for the final fellowship of Australian College of General Practitioner. But there are two downsides. A standard PEP is now also called Fellowship Support Program, which is paid, meaning that you have to fork out about $40,000 over 3 years in installment and you will be not getting any salary. You'll also have to be doing at least AMC Part 1 to be eligible for registration and also eligible in this program. Now, let's just say that you are considered partially comparable. What are the key steps of MRCGP recognition? Number one, comparability assessment. That is the assessment of your MRCGP related GP training and clinical and work experience. And if it's all going smoothly, you'll be giving a partially comparable status. Number two, obtain FRACGP approved job offer, which is perhaps the easiest part. Number three, apply for medical registration from APRA. Number four, to apply to enter the PEP specialist stream and sign the agreement from the practice and also the provider. Number 5, complete 6 months of general practice experience, during which you will be completing core units and WBA. Number 7, after the completion of in-training assessment modules, you will be undertaking all the components of FRACGP fellowship exam, that is AKT, KFP and OSCE. Finally, once you've passed all the components of FRACGP exam and completed all the components of self-directed learning, you will be awarded FRACGP degree. So it means if you're really committed, you can complete the learning modules in 6 months and another 12 months to pass the GP fellowship exam and become a full-fledged Australian GP. Let's go a little bit deeper. Eligibility and comparability. I've divided that as number 1, collection. Collect your MBBS degree, MRCGP degree, confirmation letter from the Royal College of General Practitioners of the UK, suggesting which training pathway did you adapt leading to the MRCGP degree, plus description of the theoretical and practical summative examination undertaken as a part of your specialist general practice qualification. Now, you are expected to provide 100 to 300 words of personal statement highlighting all of that. Medical registration certificate in your home country. So these are all the documents that you will require. Number 2, verification step. You will need to apply for primary source verification of your primary and specialist general practice qualification, that is MRCGP, from Educational Commission of Foreign Medical Graduates, ECFMG, through EPIC. First, create an EPIC account and then confirm your identity. Then choose to apply to AMC when completing your EPIC account. Next, create an AMC portfolio and enter your EPIC ID number, and then you'll get the AMC number within 3 to 5 days. Then upload your MBBS and MRCGP qualification and request the reports to be sent directly to AMC. Comparability assessment. General practice work must be dated and signed for all your jobs in general practice by medical director, principal, senior doctor, or practice manager. Now, specify full-time or part-time, dates and time, and exact nature of the work and duties and other responsibility. For the practical purposes, you need at least 18 months of full-time experience in a general practice prior to the date of application of comparability of assessment. Any gaps for more than 3 months require a detailed explanation. CPD activity. 50 hours of CPD activity in the last 12 months, with each activity mentioning number of hours in relevance to general practice, plus 10 case analysis report of patients treated by you showing a diversity of your clinical practice, like mental health, chronic medical conditions, women health, pediatrics, and complex medical and social conditions. Basic life support requirement. You must have also successfully completed a basic life support course within the 12 months prior to commencing the PEP specialist stream. So this can be left right until the end. In fact, many practices may have the in-house BLS training and they may be able to offer you that. So it's not a big deal. You also need to complete advanced cardiac life support before the final fellowship. So it's not a big worry at all. Number 6 is statutory declaration, which means that you must understand that if you falsify any claims during your application process, it's considered a criminal offense. Outcome: you will be given a letter of substantially or partially comparable by Royal Australian College of General Practitioners, which you can submit to APRA after a GP job offer for the purpose of registration. The job offer. This can be said the most simplest part of your application process. Offers will be coming from eligible GPs, but please ensure that there are comprehensive GP practices with adequate supervision for PEP and are also located in the appropriate areas, which are usually MM2 to MM7, which is regional or rural areas. Once you have the job offer, the FRACGP will enable the provider number that allows your patient to access A1 rebates, and you will be getting same pay or salary as fully qualified Australian general practitioners. Medical registration. Now, you can use your comparability outcome letter and report number 1 issued by FRACGP to apply to the Medical Board of Australia for limited or provisional medical registration here in Australia. Program agreement and supervisor agreement. Finally, you sign the program agreement acknowledging that you have read and understood all requirements outlined in the PEP specialist stream. You must also provide a letter from your supervisor confirming their willingness to provide a supervision. Your supervisor must be a fellow and approved by FRACGP. Skill assessment. During the program, you'll be completing number 1, core unit, about 30 hours. Number 2, multi-source feedback, like 360-degree evaluation, which includes doctors' interpersonal questionnaire, college feedback evaluation tool, and self-assessment and reflection. Number 3, clinical assessment and work-based assessment, like mini KXs and case-based discussion. Fellowship exam. Partially comparable doctors are required to achieve a fellowship within 24 months if working full-time, and maximum of 48 months if working part-time. The total cost of the program. The EPIC verification of identity will cost you $160 US. AMC portfolio will cost you Australian $600. MRCPGP MBBS verification will cost you $100 each, so about $200 US. Comparability application, which is the initial cost, will cost you about $575. PEP specialist program fee as of July 2023 is $8,000, which is only payable after you're accepted into the program as substantially or partially comparable. And personally, I don't think it will be a big of issue. Lots of GP practices will be offering sign-up bonuses and relocation packages almost up to $20,000 to $30,000. Plus, you'll be earning here there as a fully qualified and working GP. So this $8,000 is not a big deal. I hope you like this video. Currently, there are excellent chances to get a job as a GP in Australia. PEP bypasses AMC exams, and they will get you directly into the training pathway leading to a GP fellowship here in Australia. As for the application process, I, with my dedicated team of Australian professional doctors, can help you complete your application and necessary documentation with correct terminologies and with clinically appropriate wording. Finally, I'll also give your application a proofread before submission to ensure that you have the best chance to be accepted into the program. And also, we will be working with our GP partners and top recruitment agencies to find you the best job here in Australia with the relocation and sign-up bonuses. Don't waste your time and send me an email info@emergencyfocus.net or visit www.emergencyfocus.net/career guidance to purchase the package. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you up next video.